Dyna'r movement fan ata, ie?
Basically, ie.
Right.
Chyma'n job, Howard?
Na, rw. Dwi wedi torri hwn yn barod. Bwrw allan fanna. Wel, croeso i Cross Hands heddiw. Race Shocks UK. Wel, dyna be maen nhw'n neud, yli. Shock absorbers. I bob peth, dwi'n meddwl. Caer, bikes, race cars, rally cars. Hello!
Hello! Shwai!
Hello! Ben, Leighton,
Strangers.
Simon, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Croeso.
Race Shocks UK, yeah?
Yeah.
What happens here then, briefly?
We make things go faster, Howard. And we make things nice and calm to drive.
I would never have said that shock absorbers would make a car go faster. They'd make it handle better, and the end result would be better, but they wouldn't make it go faster, would they? Or is there a definite feel from having a good handling car?
Absolutely 100%. Absolutely, Howard. You make the damper good, and the car feel good, and the drive will feel good. And the drive is the main...
It's all about confidence.
Absolutely.
Building the hyder. So who's going to explain what happens here?
Ti'n siarad Cymraeg Ben.
Ben, ni'n mynd i siarad Cymraeg.
Siwmai, Howard?
Ben, ydych chi'n all right?
Wyddol i wi.
Brystyr ma?
Wel, trial.
Mae rhaid i fi ddweud bod y lle yn daclus iawn ac yn glân. Ti wedi cael massive clear up o fel am ai o?
Dim clor i fi. Mae'r dyn ma ar dy chwith
Yn edrych ar ôl y lle,
yn dda gyda'r hwfer a'r mop, wedaeth o ti.
Beth sy'n gen ti fan hyn te? Hwn yw...
Hwn yw'r damper dyno.
Damper dyno.
Ai.
Di rhaid efo pethau newydd, ond i'n iwsio rhain efo Seat 20 years yn ôl, ti'n bo? Mae rai bobl di weld bod suspension yn bwysig. Enwedig i cael traction yn de.
Ai.
Ia?
Ai.
So be wyt ti'n naid fan hyn, wan te?
Ar y foment, dwi'n twymo'r damper ei fyny.
Right.
Just i cael yr oil yn dwym.
Gen i just, cyn esbonio beth sy'n digwydd fan hyn, gen i just edrych ar damper a dangos beth sy'n digwydd i bobl gwybod beth ydych chi'n sôn am.
Croeso.
Gen ti tiwb fanna.
Ia.
Ia? Right. Gen ti rod fanna.
Ia.
A gen ti llwyth o... So mae'na oil yma, yn does?
Mae oil mewn ti fewn fan hyn.
Right.
Yn pasio trwyddo fan hyn.
Right. So beth i hwn?
So, nad y canister sy'n neud un three-way.
Yr oil neu gas yn hwnna?
Part oil, part gas.
Part gas, right.
So mae gyda ti separating piston.
Right, okay.
So mae hwn...
So, be di pressure yn fanna, yr oil te?
12 bar.
12 bar.
Mae cylinder wall dy ti.
Ie.
Mae'r piston yn ystod ti fewn fanna.
Ie.
A mae'n mynd lan y lawr.
A mae'na oil tu ôl fanna neu air?
Oil.
Oil.
A wedyn ni mae'r rod wedyn ni yn gwythio lan y lawr yn y tiwb.
Right. A mae hwnna'n fixed i'r top y car, ynddi?
Ie.
Fela. So mae hwnna'n fixed i'r top y car. A mae hwnna wedyn... Di cael ei ffixio i'r
gwaelod.
Gwaelod y suspension. A dyna'r movement fan ata, ie?
Basically, ie.
Right.
Chyma'n job, Howard?
Na, rw. Dwi wedi torri hwn yn barod.
Yn blet nawr, Dyl.
Ond mae'n sound, wan.
Gyda fe mas y ti nawr.
So.
Ond
be o'n i'n cofio, wan, Gwynda yn dweud, dyn ni eisiau newid y valves yn y suspension. Dyn ni eisiau newid y clics. Mae'r stage yma yn esmwydd. A mae'r stage nesaf yn rough. So dyn ni eisiau mwy o traction, neu llai o traction. A ni eisiau low speed bump, high speed bump, rebound, high speed, low speed, rebound. So, ond o gennym ni 4 settings.
Right.
Olins o'n dwi'n meddwl. So lle mae reina, be oedd ni newid?
Mon 3 stan ni fan hyn.
Right.
Ond mae gennym ti low speed adjuster fanna.
Right.
Sy'n clic.
Right.
High speed yr un D.
Right.
Ond maen nhw'n troi
Right.
wrth clicio.
A be mae reina'n neud te?
Mae hwnna'n eistedd fanna.
Yeah.
Mae hwnna trwy canod y rod.
Yeah.
A mae'r nedwydd wedyn ni yn eistedd tu fewn i'r rod.
Right.
A y gyd mae'n neud yw symud y nedwydd hyn yn fwy agos neu ffwrdd.
Be, y clic ones, y clics?
Ie, so os ti'n neud clic ar yr adjuster,
Right.
mae'n symud y roden hyn i lawr a mae'n yn agosach sy'n neud yn galetach.
A hwn di'r bump stop?
Ia.
Os wyt ti'n hitio hwn, wyt ti'n rimeddal?
Ie.
Ie?
Os ych chi'n edrych fan hyn, mae gwahanol strychau o shims.
Right.
A os cytio ti yn shim sydd yn just rhywbeth rwydd, ydy cael teimlo. Teimlo ti, plyga ti hwnna.
Ie, dwi'n gallu weld bod hwnna'n...
A wedyn ni, plyga ti...
Neu siw bych chi'n rhoi hwn nôl yn y reit lle,
O, mae'n oce. Bos sy'n talu, Howard.
O, mae'n solid, yndi.
Ie. So wrthych chi cynyddu'r
So be mae hwnna'n naid? Be mae'r shims yn actually naid? Stopio'r oil mynd trwy?
So mae'r shims hyn, maen nhw'n actually cracio.
Ah, right.
A mae'n gadael y bleed, maen nhw'n gael ei.
Ie.
So that determines...
Ia, sy'n mae dampers yn gymleth yn dyn nhw.
Wel.
Ha? Be di job mwy o diddorol ti wedi cael te?
Mr Dau Llywelyn.
O ie?
Wel, dath cerddodd dau mewn ma, a wedi ddeitha ni, I've got a tractor, wedi dde. And when I'm in the field, it's bouncing. Can you do me shocks for my cab?
Shocks ar y cab one, some shocks ar tractor.
Na.
So shocks ar y cab one, stopio'r cab bouncer.
Yeah,
Oh my god. I can just imagine Dau Llywelyn, eisiau mynd yn flat out bob man.
Yeah, oedd ddim mae'n slow o lawr. A oedd hi'n gweud, when we come to the junctions at high speed, she's bouncing. Ti'n she's bouncing, boy. Ti'n right, o, Dau, we'll look at it. So, yeah, na beth wnaethon ni. Doi, adjustable damper i'r cab y tractor y doit. So, yeah, line bach arall.
A di o'n bounsio ar ôl y shocks
Mae
newydd?
flat stick nawr, mae flat out, a mae'n apus. So, na beth bach...
Endorsement right da te.
Well, another boat of the
We've
string.
stopped Dau Llywelyn from bouncing in his cab.
Well,
Dyna'r peth yn de.
that is, you
The
know,
finished item.
sexy.
Faint i hwn werthwise? Roughly.
What was it?
We won't hold you to it.
1,500.
1,500 quid, so 6 grand am pedwar te.
Yeah.
A be wyt ti'n cael te?
Chi'n gwybod math still?
Yndw.
Glywch na fidl.
Os o'n i'n prynu reina wan, right? Am y 6 grand na, ydw i'n cael yr service ar ei ben hwnna?
Wrth gwrs.
Ydw i'n cael ti i dod i chwarae efo nhw?
Ie, dyn ni ddim yn discountio products,
Right.
ond ni'n trial wneud yn gorau glas i edrych ar ôl pobl ar ôl.
A be ar ôl 6 rallies neu 6 races, dwi eisiau ail wneud nhw neu newid yr oil, wyt ti'n wneud hwnna'n ddim neu hwnna'n service wedyn?
Service di hwnna. Ond dyd oes ddim eisiau wneud
Dydy bobl ddim yn neud, neg den. Dydy bobl ddim yn deall bod suspension eisiau service, neg den.
Na, mae'n...
A fos ni'n meddwl, dweud di ar ryw 10 mile stage, fasa'r oil yn hwn, siŵr yn boethi fel diawl, di?
Mae dangos nhw ar y daino chi.
Ie, o, reit o. O, ti'n gallu dweud pa, be temperature... Be di werth y sim ma?
Pound?
O, gai o'r te.
Watcho ti, fi'n watcho ti.
Dwi'n licio hwnna. Mae dy wyneb di yn rhoi gyfarwydd i fi.
O, well ni ddim sôn am hwnna, wad. Gei ti fi yn trwbl.
Dyn ni di bod ar y cwrw rwyle?
Wel, well ni ddim sôn am hynny. Gei ti fi yn trwbl fel la.
Pro Tire Championship Dinner.
Siwr fod a Ben Ford.
Efo'r boys na o lle ddiawl man, o Amanfford. Efo'r Citroen C2.
C1?
C1.
Mae'n upsetio fe nawr.
Mae hwnna'n good car yn doedd.
Oedd
y boys na'n mynd. Ond nhw'n iwsio suspension ti de?
Ie, ar y Proflex o'n i wedi gweithio.
Yn y cinio, o chi yn y cinio. O'n i canu David Iwan songs yn doedd?
Na, wel, ie.
O'n i'n gamblo efo'r dice, cofia?
Wel, least said about that the better, Howard, wedyn, ei siwr e?
Dwi'n gwybod pwy nath ennill ar y gamblo, nhw e Mrs yn de, achos ethi'r llofft efo'r poced i llawn o pound coins.
Right, so ni'n rhedeg y daino. Nawr y damper y daino.
So yn ddechrau nes ti sôn am cresio fyny.
Ia, so just slow fach. Fel injan. So,
Ti'n gallu teimlo hwnna? Ti'n gallu teimlo hwnna, dweud?
Y piston yn symud. Os twch ti fyna?
So, be am, ti'n rhoi yna air fewn fyny na 12 bar, be sy'n digwydd os ti'n rhoi mwy na 12 bar fewn?
Slight increase yn rebound pressure. So, dyma bach.
So, that's not critical.
So, ni fyna nawr.
Gai touchio
Ie, wrth gwrs. 23 degrees.
Right, dwi'n gallu teimlo bod hwnna di dechrau cynnesu.
Fi'n mynd i dod i ddifyn nawr flat out.
Right o.
So, ni cael gweld beth mae di... Yn y amser fach na.
29.
Mae di gynnesu.
Andy. A
eithi'n fwy, ti'n bod, ni'n gweld nhw dros cant roedd...
Yes, ti'n gallu, fyswch chi'n gallu cydiod dros rhyw 60 degrees.
Na. Wel, dim os nad ych chi'n...
O, ti'n gallu wneud?
Asbestos.
Mae'n dechrau mynd, wan. Mae'n wedi codi, wan. Mae'n rhyw 40 degrees, wan. Tri efo eto.
Os ydyn iawn,
dwi'n
gwneud basti i ti.
Gas fitter dwi. Dwi'n gwybod rhywbeth am cynnesrwydd.
Ti'n agos?
Ie, oni. Ond ti'n gofod cael y dŵr, y gynnes, ddigon gynnes, i stopio Legionellas. Legionella disease. Be wyt ti'n neud wedyn? Wyt ti'n rhoi, ti'n mynd i Pembrey, ti'n rhoi 10 laps yn Pembrey, right? Ti'n dod nôl wedyn, gen ti data logger, ti'n logio'r data. Oes yna data loggers ar y shockers?
Allwn ni.
A wedyn, wyt ti'n gofod, allu rhoi hwnna fewn i'r cyfrifiadau, y computer.
Darllen
Darllen y graphs, a edrych sut mae damper yn gweithio.
Ie, so mae hwn yn redeg nawr. a force di hwn.
Right.
So, speed a
Force versus displacement.
Yeah.
So, displacement yw'r faint mor damper yn symud.
Yeah.
Yeah. A force ydy be?
Faint mae'r shims, ie.
Y pressure ar y shims y bethau.
Be ydych chi'n sôn bod y suspension yn science?
Yeah.
Mae yn, ond mae rhaid simplifio fe.
Yeah.
Dyn ni'n cymeryd pwysau'r car,
Yeah.
motion ratio.
Motion ratio, beth yw hwnna?
So, relationship o faint mae'r wheel yn symud,
Right.
i faint mae'r shaft yn symud.
Right.
A wedyn ni, mae software...
Beth am corner weights?
A corner weights, a wedyn ni'n dod i hwnna mewn.
So, ydy o'n bwysig bod y siocer cywir yn mynd ar y cornel cywir, te?
Dim pryn ni'n specifio car newydd.
Yeah.
So, byddwn ni'n pwyso'r car, mesur y motion ratio.
So, yn bwysig bod y car y corner weights yn eitha equal, te, ydy? Ydy car corner weights yn equal yn cair?
Ydy.
Ydy.
Ie.
Dyn nhw'n pwyso'r cair, dyn nhw'n loadio'r car a neu ballast fewn i cael nhw.
Na, chi'n neud hwnna ar y platform y spring.
Right.
So, symud os ydych chi fan hyn. Chi'n squashio'r spring yn fwy.
Yeah.
I dod i fwy o pwysau ar y wheel yna.
Right.
So, mae'r collar hyn yn symud
Yeah.
i fyny a law.
Be di hwnna, y ride height?
Yeah.
Di hwnna'n de.
So, chi'n dod i mwy o pwysau ar y wheel i cael balance.
O, Mark 2 fan hyn?
O, mae yn ei element. Yn
Yn ei element. A ti car nice, yn de?
Beautiful.
Beth iawn di roi'n te?
Ni'n neud y geometry fan hyn.
Yes, lle mae'r cortyn di mynd, e?
Wel...
Dau bys yn y cortyn a rhyw prong fel fforc o'r gen, oedd efo nhw?
Yn y dechreuon ni fel ni, ond wedi
symud ymlaen.
So mae
hwnna'n golygu bod yr axles yn parallel.
Absolutely.
Ie? A pa angle yw'r...
Mae'r thrust angle, yr axle yn absolutely sgwario'r car.
Ydy'r cef yn sgwar, neu ydyn nhw'n torri nhw allan tyma fech?
Esgos newydd nawr, maen nhw'n dod i tymud o camber yna.
Efo live axle, wyt ti'n gallu gwneud hwnna?
Na.
Ond efo independent rear, wyt ti'n gallu gwneud?
Camera system yw e, yn dallen, a mae'n live.
Right.
So allan ni just fe ar y car a
wyt ti'n codi car y ramp neu ar y llawr?
Ie, nid ar y llawr. Mae actually stands da ni hefyd, ond mae'n cymryd bach amser gael un iawn. Mae lot yn ei quick jobs, ond mae'r jobs iawn yn cymryd spel.
Mae'n car nice, yndi. Nice paint job.
Mae'r perchenog wedi gweud bod milkshake da chi fyna.
O, dim banana.
Sim bleso fel, sim bleso, ge.
O, well, ni'n trio un o'r ein at, ynddi? Be di'r dyddiad yn nhw? Dyn nhw'n iawn?
Ta i'n gwybod.
Lle gest i nhw?
Wel, llaeth hendi.
Pryd gest i nhw?
Bore yma.
Do.
Fi moyn hwnna'n ôl, Dyl.
Dwi'n mynd i roed i strip yn pocket.
Hei, Genod. Mae'n 11, do. Howard break.
Wyt ti'n gweld e? Wyt ti'n ffili gweld e?
Chocolate milkshake.
Gasi mae'n ffein, Dyl.
Hwna'n dda iawn, ach, char y teg.
Well, ti gael ein ôl, e?
Bloody hell. Pwy sy'n mi ar y car ma?
Phil Lloyd.
Phil Lloyd. Saith i Henry.
Wel...
O lle mae o, te?
Ryd aman, fi'n credu.
Phil Lloyd.
Ie.
A mae o di cael shockers. Be sy'n ar hwn, te?
Penske sy'n ar hon.
Penske.
Fi'n credu llai dangos chi...
O, ti'r bonnet, y llaeth
Dan y
na.
bonnet. Right, so... Right, dyna ni.
So na top y damper fanna. Be hefyd, wan, mae yna lot o... Be wyt ti'n newid fan hyn, te? Os wyt ti'n newid llacio'r reina a newid y damper nôl ag ymlaen, be wyt ti'n newid fanna?
Camber a caster.
Camber a caster.
Ai, so... Penske
Mae
dampers...
fod Penske, beth ti'n galw, y reservoir.
Ia.
A wedyn, sut wyt ti'n newid y clics ar hwn? Efo'r nuts ma?
Na,
o dan?
Mae da ti low speed
O,
a high speed.
fanna. Ie.
Fanna, a wedyn ni, mae'r riban o'r gwylod yr insert wedyn ni.
Be di hwn? Pa engine di hwn, de?
Vauxhall fi'n credu hwn.
Red top at black.
Ai.
Nice.
2V fi'n credu sy'n
O,
bydd.
2V sy'n neud hwn.
A car yn iach.
Nice car.
Lovely car. So.
Ond, ti'n gwybod be, mae pethau mynd i newid wan efo'r Mark 2s ma?
Wel, dwi ddim yn y gêm, so...
Wel, mae ti'n bo, dwi'n meddwl bod pethau mynd i newid achos mae'r car yma, mae'r shell yma, a ddod i gael ei bildio 40 years yn ôl, doedd? Right? A ydy o'n iawn wan, yn iawn i wneud suspension, a brakes, ond ydy o'n iawn rhoi mor gymaint o power yn nhw.
A ni gyd y moyn mynd yn gynt, ni.
Ie, ond, ti'n bo, Mae rhywbeth yn
Ond
gorfod
wedi,
newid.
sy'n byd yn well na BDA.
O, negoes. Wedi weld car oedd wedi cael ei bildio 40 years ago, a un sydd wedi cael ei bildio 10 years ago, ac oedd y 10-year-old car yn edrych yn lot yn well. Mae ddarnau di newid, ynddi? Mae stuff. Ond am zip ties 40 years ago, cofia? Sut iawn ti'n mynd i dal y rhain? Can you believe clips?
Chewing gum.
So beth sy'n gen ti fan hyn, te? Weekender?
Wel, car customer i hwn to. Mae hwn yn weddol special, ti'n modd? Mae hwn yn weddol special.
Be di hwn, Ferrari be?
F8.
Mae'n nice, ydyn nhw.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Di hwn stil neu carbon?
Dyw, dent yn dopi nawr. Sa'n siŵr, sa'n siŵr. So, ond beautiful.
Ond ti'n dweud bod ti'n neud motorbikes?
Ia.
A ti'n neud cair hefyd, so... motocross bikes?
O, dim department fi o hwn. Out of my comfort zone. Felly ni gael o'r boi...
Cwestiwn? Pwy yw'r boi sy'n ateb i'r cwestiwn?
Leighton y boi bikes.
Right, sy'n mae Leighton, de?
Rush out of it.
Leighton! Hello! Come here, you down.
Come on, your turn. I don't know what it is.
We've talked about cars now. When we talked about the rally car, we talked about suspension. Yeah. When I jump off the bank on my bike, right, say about 2 foot high, the bike bounces and inevitably I get thrown off or the seat comes and hits me in the arse. Yeah. When I watch these boys on this supercross, they fly over these massive jumps, they land, sometimes they crash, sometimes they don't get it right, but normally the bike seems to absorb the shock. How is my suspension so much different to theirs?
It's a lot of testing and a lot of factory stuff goes into those bikes, and they're set up so hard.
They're hard, aren't they?
They're really
so you
hard.
wouldn't. So why when it lands then doesn't it throw them off then?
Because it's set up and they do hours and hours and hours of testing on these suspension, and some of the stuff
Because if you watch Supercross, they seem to get good traction.
Oh yes.
Well, if the bike's hard, why do they get such good traction?
Body position.
Everything.
The bikes are set up different.
Sounds to me like I need to bring my bike down here and have it set up properly.
Please.
But could I ride it all day then? Because these boys are only riding for 20 minutes. I'm going to ride my enduro bike for 4 hours at a time. I need it nice and plush, nice and soft.
Yes, we won't set it up for hard.
What's the tricks then? And what do they do to the bikes? Because it can't be that complicated. There's only a few clicks and buttons. And obviously the spring is a different spring.
Spring rate is the big factor in it. What I tell some of the boys is, before they ride, is bleed the forks.
Never done that, see? So there'd be build-up of air in there.
There's a build-up of air in there. Have a play with it. The bike will suit everybody. You've just got to play with it, and you've just got to find that setting that lives inside that bike. So
these boys, these Travis Pastranas and these boys doing these jumps, they know what they're on like.
Oh yeah.
They've practiced and practiced and practiced.
Yes,
and they haven't jumped off. They've jumped off a 2-foot jump and bounced off the bikes in the early days. Then.
And we've all crashed.
Yeah, exactly. So we just move across here later. Now this is a Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
Why is the suspension on a Harley Davidson?
The customer required a full all-ins. He had an all-ins rear shock fitted.
Where's that then?
Underneath the seat here.
There's the mounting there. Yeah, I can see.
And there's a preload adjuster on it.
Yeah. You fitted this, have you?
I fitted this, and I fitted all-ins internals to the cartridge.
Right.
Forks on this as well.
Is that a big job?
It was quite a big job, but it was something. Every day's a school day.
Yeah.
But not a problem.
But what's that worth? That's worth about 25 grand, surely.
I'm not sure.
And what about the suspension work? When did that come in at?
The customer's really happy with it.
Is he?
He loves it.
He'd be collecting it now in this rain, will he?
Probably, yeah.
Hey, later. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Diolch.
Howard,
Yeah, be wan.
rhywbeth bach i ti, idl.
Be, present bach i fi.
For the Yaris.
Yes. Hang on, man.
Well, Welsh cakes, which one we having?
Wel, we're going to Welsh cakes ar ôl efo paned y de.
Well, you know.
Faint mae'r active kit mae'n mynd i costio fi?
Oh, Simon, you're the...
4,500.
And what's it going to be? How much better is the car going to be?
Oh, night and
When I
day.
come down today, will I notice the difference?
Night and day.
Unbelievable. So this is the same bit. If you put this in my car, it's the same bit as it's in a Bugatti.
Absolutely.
And that's the car with all the...
That's the car with all the titanium bits in it. Every part on it has a serial number etched in it. It'll be Welsh cakes, in it.
Would every nut and bolt have a serial number on it?
Every nut and bolt has got a serial number. £100,000 of titanium nuts and bolts.
No wonder the cars are expensive.
Absolutely.
Talking
But
about
this valve-
expensive cars, I've seen that car in Bont.
Yes.
Were you driving that car in Bont?
I was driving that car.
You had a
in
bit of
Bont.
success in that.
We had a bit of success. We had
Where's
a
that-
bit of an off with the passenger as well.
Where's that car now?
That car is there.
No.
Yes, ready to be repainted for the new owner.
So how old is this car? When was
This car,
built?
2002.
You
As
buy
a
the
kit.
chassis?
Yes, buy it as a kit. Everything with the Caterham is new parts. You
Right.
don't have to go and find the Sierra
Right.
and take bits off. All new. And then you build it.
Do you mind me asking how much you paid for a kit then?
This was £28,000.
And then you spend your
Yes.
next 6 months of your life putting it together, like?
For 78 hours.
Is it?
But guess how much it was selling for, Howard, after
yeah,
20 years.
What engine was it then?
K-Series, 200 brake horsepower K-Series.
K-Series, Austin
Rover
Rover. Austin
1800
Rover.
K-Series.
Oh, I don't know.
Same money.
Same money?
Same price to
Oh,
sell.
right.
So all that use, all the competition.
Yeah, there's no
and
rust on it.
And they say money is... So this is off to paint now, tomorrow.
Where do you send it to paint?
Next door with one.
Oh, right.
Yeah, next door with one.
And these are the Kevlar.
Carbon fibre.
Carbon fibre arches.
Yeah, made for us by the same people who make Formula One carbon fibre for Mercedes and Red Bull.
Right.
So stripped back bare.
So K-Series, prop, rear axle. All like-
Diddorol. 7-inch Sierra diff.
Right, an independent
Diddorol.
rear.
No, not in Diddorol.
Diddorol.
So it's a tube,
Right.
but independent drive shaft and diff.
Right. Where's the brakes? Inboard or outboard?
Outboard.
Outboard brakes.
But this car in that picture, and when we were at Bont, was Hayabusa.
Hayabusa, right.
Hayabusa. 445 kilos.
Yes, see, that's like,
Yes.
that's 70, 80 kilos.
And the new car,
Jesus.
the new car next door with a Suzuki GSX-R
Yeah.
is 390 kilos.
Do you build these here then? No, you don't build them.
Yes.
Yeah, you
So
do.
Ben's car, 1600
Right.
K-Series. This car's 1600 Ford Sigma, but Porsche designed suspension.
Porsche design.
Independent. Instead of the Diddorol, which we
Yeah.
can see in the blue car in a minute,
Yeah.
a cage just holds the independent suspension. The diff is mounted to the chassis.
Right.
And this is a friend customer who works for Porsche,
Right, completely independent.
designed this on Porsche software.
Would this be much better
Yes.
than
Yes.
the solid axle?
Now we can race it and we can use it on the road, but I can't hill climb it.
Why?
Rules.
What's the rule then? You've got to have
Blue book rules.
saying you've got to have what? Independent. You've got to have a
Must maintain the same type of suspension
type. And that Caterham's only homologated with...
with the Dion or live axle. on
that's
this
the deal.
chassis.
So
This is
that's the beam at the back.
Yes.
It's like a Mark 3S, like a Mark 3S got to do with a rear beam. What you can do with that to make that independent, right? Cut it in half, right? That's what we did. Slide a tube inside it, and then it turns on itself like that. A couple of tack welds here and there, and the beam actually turns.
Yeah.
And that's how our maxi kit car handles so well.
Yeah,
Cut that out.
this trick car, small tank,
Yeah.
Penske,
What are
cables,
those
data logging.
I was just going to ask what the cables are on the Penske dam. What are these?
These are ready for the data logging.
Ready for data.
A new dyno. We're
Yeah.
having electromagnetic dyno.
Yeah.
And we can record what the damper does, like you were saying
how
earlier.
far will you be able to record while the car's moving?
No.
That's the next phase, isn't it?
No.
But it is,
Record
though.
on
Can't
the
be
car.
far off
Yes,
that.
well, the Formula One. That's
Yeah,
what they do.
exactly. It's only a little couple of areas, isn't it?
Yes. And we'll record what the damper does, and then we can bring back to the new
Because that'll be the
dyno.
next phase. You'll be recording it. You'll be recording what the damper's doing,
Yes.
and then you'll be racing, and then you'll be sending a message to the damper as you're coming into the hairpin in Pembrey. Stiffen up.
But this is what this does. World Time Attack in Australia.
Yeah.
This works on GPS and what the car is doing, what speed, what corner it's in, and it changes the damping ready for the corner.
Because they know where they're going. They know exactly
where
where
they're going.
I tell you what, there's some clever people about now, isn't there?
The technology is there for us to do it.
Yes.
We program these like you program an ECU on a car.
Well, I must say, it's opened my eyes to suspension today. It's been very, very interesting.
Thank you.
Thanks for allowing us in, because I guess there is an element of secrecy on the job. You don't want everybody knowing what you're doing, because
yes and no. They're not going to be able to replicate what we do.
Unless they
And
spend a lot of
we
money.
like to help people. We want to help people because if other people go faster, then more customers
So
come.
your story today is really, if you want to go faster and you don't want to spend a fortune, check out your suspension and come to Race Shocks UK for a rebuild.
Yeah, diolch Howard.
Diolch yn fawr. Tea and cakes, boys.